Once again, we are live. We are live once again. We are live once again. We are live once again, man. So far, man, I'm having a good day. As I say, every day for me above ground is a good day. So I'm having a good day, man. No complaints. No complaints, man. I hope that y'all are having a good day as well. I'm going to give y'all some time to enter the building. As you enter the building, make sure you hit up the chat. Let me know you in the house. As you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know that you're in the building. Take time for y'all to get into the room. As y'all know, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on in our world. There's a lot going on in our world. And we're going to talk about it. And I want to thank y'all for the continued support. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As I said, man, I'm hoping y'all have a good day. Today was another hot one, man. It was hot. Make sure you stay hydrated. I got that good H2O. I'm drinking that good water, that good H2O. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As you enter the live, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you're in the building. Let me run this check real quick. I'm going to run a check real quick. Let me run this check real quick. As soon as you enter this live, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you're in the building. As you enter this live, hit up the chat. Let me know you're in the room. Let me know you're in the room. As you enter the live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you are in the building. Like I said, I want to thank y'all for the continued support. I want to thank y'all for the continued support. Hope that y'all are having a good day. I hope that y'all are having a good day. As you enter the live, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter this live, go ahead and hit up the chat. Let me know that you're in the building. I want to say thank you, man, for the continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Man, have y'all been paying attention out in LA? Have y'all been paying attention to the protests in LA? That's one of the main topics right now. I also want to talk about the two escaped inmates who are still out. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But have y'all been paying attention to the protests in LA? Listen, man, President Trump got the military out there. He's President Trump saying he's not having it, but the protesters are not backing down. The crazy thing about this whole situation, the governor of California, as well as the mayor of Los Angeles, said that they do not need the military all up in the place like that. So here we have a president just want to show his muscle and use his military against the protests. And it's awfully crazy because when them white neo-Nazi protests, and they had one recently, he didn't call the military, nor on his last term when they ramshacked the Capitol, he did not call the military. So we shouldn't have a president. Hey, Dr. J, welcome to the live. Dr. J, welcome to the live. Thank you. Dr. J said, hello, Mark and chat. I'm talking about out in LA. We know it's a big mess. You got the protests. First of all, you got ICE running around just snatching people up, and you got the protests. Dr. J said, welcome to Mark B's perspective. Thank you, Doc. And what's going on is like President Trump has sent the military there. They was there yesterday. They made a lot of arrests. But the thing is, you got the governor and the governor of California, and you got the mayor of Los Angeles saying to Trump, we don't need the military. But it seemed like when it's black and brown people, President Trump go to the extreme. But when they had the white racists marching recently in Arkansas, I believe, he didn't send the military out there. It seemed like every time it's black people or brown people protesting, then President Trump want to send people to agitate these people. You know, because I remember when they was doing, I think it was George Floyd's, they was protesting, man, the police and some of the people during certain times, I'm not talking about, this is after they was rioting. They had a good relationship with them and they was letting them, you know, protest because they understood their cause. But President Trump, so, you know, he got his mind made up. He going to do what he want to do. He don't care who say what. And that's where we at. That's the president that we got that's supposed to be caring for the American people. And the crazy thing, it really ain't crazy because I know how people are. A lot of people still could support this man. If anybody else would have done half of the stuff that Trump would have did, the same people who supporting Trump will be crying, saying that is wrong. But for some reason, when as Trump doing everything, violating the Constitution, going over top, this was threatening to arrest governors, threatening to arrest judges, anybody who doesn't agree with President Trump. That's where we at right now. Maybe if people would have spoke out in Germany before Hitler became full-fledged, maybe it wouldn't have got as bad. Maybe if people would have spoke out in Germany before Hitler got full-fledged, that there wouldn't have been none of these concentration camps, because that's what Trump is heading towards. Right now, we cannot put nothing past this president. I say that he is the worst president in American history. He's one-sided. He's trying to run it like a dictatorship. He has attacked everything in this country that's not made of a white institution. He have attacked even some white institutions that disagree with him. And I'm speaking of Harvard, that's an institution. The Smithsonian, the Black history, he want to take funds from that. He want to attack Black history itself. So there's a lot going on under President Trump. Let me get some of this good H2O. So that's the thing, man. And I ain't gonna be with you long. I probably do. I don't know exactly how long I'm gonna do, but I just wanted to come and just talk to y'all and just let y'all know, man. As long as me personally, I have breath, I will come out and say some things, you know, about what's going on with this president. You know, and I know some of y'all voted for it. Some of y'all love what's going on, you know, because some of y'all have some of the same views as President Trump. And I'm not afraid to say it. Some of y'all have the same views as President Trump. And I want to remind you that President Trump sympathizes strongly with white supremacists. He support them. That's why he pardoned every one of them January 6th insurrectionists, because they was Proud Boys, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists. So I'm not afraid to say it. That's why in a lot of cases, not every case, they didn't want to vote for the Black woman. They would rather have Trump instead of the Black woman who had real ideas instead of concepts of an idea. But that's the society we in. And every time you bring up race, or if race is an issue, people try to lie and say race is no longer an issue. Race is and will continue to be an issue long as the so-called good Christians and good people sit back and allow it to happen without checking it. And when I say check it, I mean passionately. Speak out against it as if it was a crime, because it is a crime. Right now, it's a crime against American citizens. We supposed to have rights. Dr. J said, double tap the screen to show support for the channel. Thank you. Go and like it, subscribe, you know, if you want to. I only want those who want it. I only want those who want it. But thank you, Dr. J. Also, let me jump over to man, them guys that escaped that jail, they are still out. You know, we had 10 people escape from the New Orleans jail, right? They captured 8 of them, but it's been 2 that they have not been able to capture. That one was named Antoine and made the video. They've been close to him because the place where he made the video, they raided that. They found some clothes, but guess what? He was a couple steps ahead of them. So you got the 2 people that's still on the loose. You had the sheriff got caught though. The sheriff in, where was that sheriff at? Arkansas, Kentucky, Arkansas, I believe. But anyway, they captured that sheriff, the one who had the fake clothes and just walked out of the prison. They captured him. He's back in custody. But the ones who escaped, and the thing about it, the guy that made the video, of the one of the 2, and the one who made the video was Antoine Massey. He said he didn't escape. He said he was let out, right? He also said that he's innocent of the charges, whatever those charges, murder or something like that. He said he's innocent of those charges and he's asking for help from anybody. Lil Wayne, he named a few people. He even named President Trump, said help him out. He want a lawyer and all that good stuff because he said he's not guilty. So I don't know if somebody gonna help him or not, but he did put the word out. He put the word out. So that's where we stand with the New Orleans situation. You got 10 people initially escaped. They captured 8, and there's still 2. But they've been locking up people, you know, involved in that. Anybody that they say that they helped them, man, they've been locking them up left and right. Ex-girlfriends, former employees. You know, they got the maintenance man, so they locked him up earlier also. But we still got 2 remaining. The Derek guy, he been quiet. I haven't really heard anything from him. But Antoine went to social media because he want to get his name out there before he get caught. And he's hoping that somebody will help him at least get a fair trial. He's claiming because of his reputation, because of his tattoos, that he may not get a fair trial. So the inmate, Antoine Massey, is continuing to make videos and he's begging for anybody to help him. The one Derek has been so quiet. I hope he's all right, but I haven't heard anything from the other one. So that's the 2. Derek Groves, he's 27. Antoine Massey is 32. Those are the 2 inmates that's still on the loose from the New Orleans jail. But back to the protests, man. And they're out there in the streets now. You know, and Trump then called the military, and it's crazy because he just overstepping and disrespecting the governor, and he's disrespecting the mayor. They telling President Trump, listen, we got this, man. We don't need you to be, you know, all over there, because now you're creating tension and you're escalating, right? Because as I said earlier, I haven't seen Trump. I'm going to talk about Trump because he is the current president. I haven't seen Trump do this with no white protests. I haven't seen him send, you know, he be just so nice with them. Even when they bum rushed the Capitol, President Trump, he was still there, right? At that time, he did not call the military. And that's why those officers had got hurt that time. That's what I'm saying, the difference with Trump and how he treat white folks, even when he let the white South Africans into this country. It was love, oh, we love y'all, and we gonna give y'all everything, it's all good. But you frown upon others, even with this new beautiful bill. Let me talk about that for a minute. The goal is to take 800 to cut $800 billion from the poor through Medicaid, SNAP, and they all happy like they're doing something good. Where's the dignity in this country? America has gone to hell under President Trump. Trump don't care about nobody, especially no non-whites. And I want everybody to get that through their head. People always say, how is he racist? All you do is watch his behaviors. Watch how he treat white folks compared to how he treat everybody else. When it's dealing with anybody else, it's no concern. Even with Kilmar Garcia, the U.S. Supreme Court said bring him back. He brings him back into a jail, and then they give all these trumped up, made up charges. And that man has a wife and a family out there struggling. And the sad thing about it is, it ain't even sad, but the reality is that good H2O. That good H2O, as I mentioned earlier, is hot out there. Make sure you stay hydrated, man. Drink plenty of fluid. I don't care what you drink. My drink of choice is that good H2O. I probably don't drink as much as we should. I think they say at least 8 cups a day. At least 8 cups a day, but that's the thing though. There's a difference, man. The main example, if people are trying to say, no, it's not because of that, is when he brought the white South Africans over here from the bad black people, because that's what they try to do. Even his administration, 95% white. They put the black man, they got one black man, put him over the projects, over HUD. And I'm going to tell you all this again. It wasn't by accident. This was intentional. Do y'all remember Ben Carson? Ben Carson is a neurosurgeon, man, a doctor. President Trump put him over HUD, over the housing projects. And he got Marco Rubio and the other one. Everybody else in there is white. To me, like, not just are they white, they're biased, borderline racist, and they all support these same neo-Nazi Proud Boys and the Klan. They all support them same organizations. That's why them organizations voted for him. They didn't vote for Harris. They voted for President Trump. So, back to LA, man, it's a mess going on. Praying for the safety of the people, man. I know when you're out there and then some police, it can get heated, as you see, they just rounding up. The protest is about how ICE is running up on people and mistreating them. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. I'm not going to say mistreat, but they running up, tackling people, separating babies. And this is what y'all voted for? First of all, don't give me no law stuff and this and that when you voted for a convicted felon. So all that law stuff and this right and do, that's out the door. When you voted for this rapist, this convicted felon, all that law stuff is out the door. When you voted for somebody who set the insurrection off, it was started by and instigated by President Trump. So none of y'all can come to me and say, law and order, they're illegal. Trump is illegal. Trump should be in somebody's prison where he should be at. So we're not going to make an excuse. After you get him locked up, then we can talk. But don't talk that law and order stuff, because that's not what you believe. It's critical for you to even mention law and order. But the thing is, man, I'm praying for them out there. Even for the safety of law enforcement. But Trump has gone overboard. Trump has gone overboard in sending the military. Hold on for a minute. Let me fix this. Okay. Trump has gone overboard in this situation by bringing the military. The military is trained for combat. They're not trained to deal with citizens. That's not what they do. They're still humans, but when they're in uniform, they train for combat. So this is really set up for failure, man. And it's a show to point. Look at me, I got the military. But Kamala Harris warned Americans that this is exactly what President Trump would do. And that's what he's doing. He's going after sanctuary cities. And all sanctuary cities are cities that care about human beings and want to treat them right. So his personal attacks against California because, for one, that's where Harris is from. So he want to show force, and all you got to look at his behaviors, man. All you got to do is look at President Trump behavior, man. So when people say, well, let's dialogue, you go dialogue with Trump. I don't got nothing to say to y'all, man. Dialogue to your peoples and let your peoples dialogue with Trump. We don't have nothing to talk about, man. When you're supporting somebody who's taking babies, who's doing, no, I don't support none of that. And this ain't no time for no dialogue. The only dialogue that can be had is y'all talking to your representatives to get them to talk to Trump. That's it. Talking to me don't mean nothing, man. Because a lot of y'all believe a lot of that trash that Trump believe in. And we see what's happening in LA. And if you can't see it, turn your TV on. It don't matter what channel. They're going to show what's going down. Shooting rubber bullets, tear gassing. You can't agitate people that's already protesting, already emotional and hyped up. So that's the setup. This is the setup, man. This is the setup. But it's no way, man, that I can support. Hey, Valerie, where you been hiding at? Hey, Valerie, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. I'm talking about all that's going on in California. I'm just talking about all that's going on in California and how President Trump has sent the military there to address the protesters. But this is the thing. The governor of California and the mayor of Los Angeles both has agreed that they don't need the military. But President Trump, that's his way of showing and overextending his boundaries. And he always going to do something in the name of national security, or because he really agitating these people, right, by their presence. Valerie said, I've been watching California. Yeah, it's sad. President Trump has even threatened to lock up. He has even threatened to lock up California's governor. Can you imagine if President Barack Obama would have threatened to lock up any mayor, any governor, any judge? America would have been outraged. I'm going to say that again. Can you imagine if President Barack Obama would have threatened to lock up a governor, a mayor, a judge? Well, guess what? President Trump has not only threatened that, he have locked up judges. That's a president that y'all voted for, whoever voted for him, because I did not. His behavior is always different when it comes to brown and black people. His behavior, this president that some of y'all voted for, his behavior is different with his treatment of white people compared to his treatment of black and brown people. I don't want nobody coming on here. Well, show me. All you got to do is watch. See how he was lovable bringing the white South Africans here to America. They rolled the carpet out for him. They were just treated badly. There's blacks all over the world getting treated badly, especially right here in the United States of America. Valerie said, I can see it. I can see it happening. I know, Valerie, because it's in our face. It's obvious. It's in our face, man. And this is my thing. People always talk about, well, let's have dialogue. We beyond dialogue, man. If y'all against the way this racist president is acting, y'all go talk to your councilman. Don't dialogue with me. Y'all go talk. Those who say that y'all good white Christians or whatever, go talk to your councilman. Work with that. Ain't no need us having dialogues. Because this man is running this country into a dictatorship. Valerie said, didn't they vote for this? Yes. And that's the sad thing about it, right? The sad thing about it is a lot of the Latinos voted for that because of this. Because during Trump's campaign, they did a good job of lying to the voters. Now, they didn't tell these Latinos that we was going to ship you, because this is what Trump did. He's a big liar. And he told, this is what Trump said, I'm going to just go after criminals. I'm going to just deport criminals, not hard, honest working people. So yeah, they voted for it, but they was lied to. And he did a better job of getting his lies out than Harris did in speaking the truth. Well, she told y'all that this is what Trump would do. Everybody got the fair warning. Everybody got the fair warning. And I know they say black folks shouldn't be on the front line. Okay, cool. Don't. But at least speak out. You may not be on the front line, but at least speak out, man. Because anything this president does, believe you, it's going to come back to us. Don't think we off the hook. We are his main target. Think about it. 80% of the black men voted for Harris. 92% of the black women voted for Harris. Trump is vindictive. He ain't forgot that. He want to keep everybody separate. So, okay, he attacked the immigrants. And if people just sit back and let that happen, then he gonna continue on as he continuing on with Project 2025. So I don't know if it's a good thing to say don't do anything. I would go as far as agreeing to say don't be on the front line, right? But I'm not going to say don't do anything. If they would have did something early in the game in Germany, let's go back to Hitler's Germany. If people would have stood against it, if people would have spoke up against it early on, right? Before he was full dictatorship, maybe they wouldn't have had those concentration camps. But that's where we're at right now. We're in the early stages of Germany, where people need to be speaking out. If you're a reporter, you got to speak out. Stay hydrated with that H2O. If you're an educator, speak out. This man has banned countries. He banned countries. His first tactic was to take visas from these students. But now he thought, he said, okay, I can backdoor him, because he know where most of the students are from. And a lot of the nations that he banned were African nations. 12 nations that he banned that cannot come. So if they're students, those students will not, if they're students in those countries, they will not be able to come here to the United States under President Trump. In addition to the 12 countries who's banned, he got 7 additional countries that he got limitations and restrictions. Valerie said, Mark, I was live with some last night in California. They will not answer my question about the behavior of January 6th. They don't want to talk about that. Valerie, they will not talk about that, right? But they want to be righteous because they're so hypocritical. They want to talk that righteous stuff if you allow them. I don't want to hear none of that righteous stuff. If you voted for this convicted rapist, convicted 34 count convicted felon under Trump, don't come to me about law and order. And even since he's been in, he has violated the Constitution. The Supreme Court have put down orders that he didn't follow through with. So I don't want to hear nothing from them about law and order. We did the right thing. They don't believe in the right thing. They believe in Trump. They worship this man as if he's a god. He's just a man. He's just a man. And guess what? He's a president, but he's the worst president in American history. This president is the worst president in American history. And they get worse and worse every day. And don't never come on my live and say, where? Open your eyes and see. You put the military against protesters. First of all, you try to get Harvard to sign something that they say they will not allow students to protest. He tried it there. Harvard said, nah, we're not doing that, man. Well, I'm going to take your money. He's like a big child. Want to hide behind a presidency. And people say, well, give him time. This trash president, right? This president has put in 150 plus executive orders. Not one to help you, not one to help American citizens. Only executive orders were to help billionaires. He did an executive order to help them white folks come over here from South Africa, the white South Africans. But he did nothing to help Americans, man. Don't talk about where immigration is. He did nothing to help Americans. And that's bottom line, man. And for those who continue to support this president, more power to you. I don't want to dialogue with you. I don't want to sit down. Only thing, if you want some dialogue, you want some real dialogue, you take that to your representatives. Ain't nothing we can talk about. For what? All that I see under President Trump, 95% of it, I disagree with. So now all we need to do to happen now is for Elon Musk to come out and tell everything about Trump and all his dealings and dirty dealings that he's been doing since he's been in the White House. Because Elon Musk knows the truth. So if y'all want a dialogue, go somewhere else with it. I'm not interested in your dialogue. Y'all voted for this trash president, and he want to take democracy. He don't want us to have rights, due process. Ain't nothing for us to talk about, man. Go talk to what you can do. Go talk to your representatives and run it up the chain to Trump, because I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it, man. They separating families, snatching babies, parents. I'm not with none of that, man. Valerie said, he doesn't say anything about the apartheid that lasted for decades. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. The white people that he brought, they the people that's their parents that took the land. Dr. J said they surely did vote for him, Mark. Yes, they did. And you get what you vote for. But this is the reality. It ain't going to stop with them. It ain't going to stop with them. So we can sit on the sidelines as black folks, right? It don't matter. Yeah, they voted for him because he lied. They was controlling the media on them. And as Harris was trying to tell them, listen, this is what he going to do. They wasn't getting those messages. They was being bombarded with Trump's message. You know, you had Elon Musk spent a lot of money. So in the Latino community, they was getting a lot of the lies straight from Trump. Hispanics for Trump, they should go and try to negotiate. It ain't no negotiate. We passed negotiating. The white folks that claim that they good Christians, all these people that's lying, they need to be the ones go as well. These good white folks that claim we're not racist. We love everybody. We're pro-life. Those people, I need to hear from those people. 80% of evangelicals voted for this man. Now, either you all lies or you didn't know what you was voting for. So we need all these good Christians to get out there and get with their people to run it up to Trump. Valerie said, hi, Dr. J. Morocco said, keep spreading, brother, man. Thank you, Rocco. Appreciate you. Valerie said, I heard your name this morning in the YouTube streets. Which one? Who you was talking to? Dr. J or who? Me? Gary said, keep spreading those lies on your channel while I get out of here. Bye. You didn't have to show your face, because one thing I'm going to do is speak the truth, and I fear no man. But thank you. Go ahead, bounce, man, before I bounce you. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you move faster. Come around here playing. What you heard, Valerie? Talk to me. But that's the thing, though, man. We're living in a time, and yeah, they voted for it. But now when you talk about women, children, you know, I can't just sit silently on this. I would not be on your front line, though. Oh, Dr. J. Okay. Yeah. Y'all always in the streets, Valerie. Y'all always in the streets. These YouTube streets. But I ain't going to be much longer. I just wanted to come a few minutes. I got some other stuff I'm doing. Dr. J said, I'm being facetious, just being funny. It is what it is. Right? Excuse me. It's rough times. It's rough times right now. But Trump ain't playing the radio, you know. He ain't trying to hear nothing. He ain't trying to hear nothing. But we're going to see how it play out. We're going to see how this play out. And my prayers continue to go out to those people, even though they voted for this. But it wasn't laid out for them. It was deceptive. Valerie said, these YouTube streets are serious. Got to be careful out here. Yeah, they are. Y'all serious. Y'all don't be playing the radio. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. As I told y'all, man, out of the 10 people that escaped from that New Orleans jail, still got 2 of them continue to be on the run. The sheriff who escaped from, what was that, Arkansas, he has been captured. And right now, just keep your eyes and ears open with all that's going on in LA. We don't want no officers getting hurt. We don't want no military people getting hurt. And we don't want no American citizens getting hurt either. So we don't want nobody to get hurt. But I want to thank y'all, man, for the continued. Valerie said, I was busy and couldn't talk on live. Heard someone call her name. Okay. Yeah. But thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for the continued support. I got some stuff to do. But man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday, man. And y'all be safe too out there. But I just wanted to drop my little 2 cents and make sure y'all was good, man. Y'all be safe. Until next time. Peace.